Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a 5-in-1 cordless wet and dry vacuum cleaner from Jimmy, which has a couple of cool tricks up its sleeve. Let's find out more. Before we start, this is a sponsored review. Jimmy did send me the product for free. However, this did not impact my review, which remains objective and unbiased. Matter of fact, Jimmy did not see the script or even the video for that matter before publishing it, so they're seeing it at the same time you guys are. Having said that, let's talk about the PW11 Pro Max, which is a 5-in-1 cordless wet and dry vacuum cleaner. I've done on the channel a lot of wet and dry vacuum reviews, and one of the recurring comments that I get is from people who are asking if they can use this on carpets, and primarily because they don't really want to purchase two separate machines, one stick vacuum for their carpets and another wet and dry for the floors. And my answer has always been these are not designed for carpets. Now, if you do have a model with suction mode only, so you can turn off the water supply, then in theory you can use it on your carpets without them getting wet. But it's not ideal, and the reason is because the rollers on these are designed for floors. They are soft rollers, whereas rollers designed for carpets need to have bristles and often stiff bristles so that they can dig into the carpet fibers and agitate them to help remove the dust. And this is where something like the PW11 Pro Max comes in handy. And the reason is because it has a separate attachment that turns this into a regular stick vacuum, which you can use for your carpets. In addition to the carpet cleaner, you also get a crevice tool, which is nice for crevices and corners, an upholstery brush, and also a mattress cleaner. So that's the first cool thing about the PW11 Pro Max. You'd have to buy separate machines, a cordless stick vacuum and a wet and dry vacuum. With this one single machine, you get both. Another nice thing on the wet and dry front, you get two rollers. So in theory, you get double the cleaning efficiency with two rollers working at the same time. The motor has 460 watts of suction power, but what's interesting as well is that it is IPX8 waterproof, which is something rare to see on these machines. And the importance of that is, of course, you're dealing with wet messes with water vapor, even when you're drying the brush roll. And the motor being waterproof can go a long way in extending its lifetime. It also has 180-degree lay flat capabilities, which is something that I really like and have come to expect with modern wet and dry vacuums. This makes it easier to go under furniture or your bed or your couches. And yet another cool feature, which I don't think I've seen on any wet and dry vacuum, there's actually a manual water spray nozzle on the front. So if while cleaning you encounter a very stubborn mess, you can press this button to manually spray water on that mess to facilitate removing it, and that's a pretty neat feature. The PW11 Pro Max has 3 cleaning modes. It has floor mode, it has carpet mode, which is essentially turbo mode, so it kicks the vacuum into higher power based on how much dust or debris that the machine encounters, and you can see that visualized with the red bars on the machine. Another minor but really cool thing that I noticed with the PW11 Pro Max, the battery display, when you have it charging, it displays the battery percentage, but then when you turn it on, that shifts into displaying minutes, which is really nice. So it shows you an estimate of how many minutes of runtime you still get. And as you can see, if I switch between floor mode and carpet mode, which is again turbo mode, obviously the machine is in higher power, so you get less runtime, and you can directly see that translated into the lower amount of minutes that it shows. Regarding the cleaning modes, initially I was disappointed that it does not have a suction only mode, that is a mode without any water. But then, closely reading the manual, I discovered it actually has, but it's not very straightforward or it's not very explicit. So in case you have that machine and you do not go through the trouble of reading the manual, as I unfortunately sometimes do myself, I'm here to tell you you can get a suction-only mode. By pressing and holding the self-cleaning button for 3 seconds, the spray icon turns off, and it cuts off any water supply to the roller brushes, thus by turning any of the 3 modes into a suction only mode, which is pretty neat because then you can have suction only on different modes. More things I love about this machine, when you put the machine back on its base for charging, of course it runs a self-cleaning cycle and then it dries its roller brushes. But what this one does, in addition to drying the roller brushes, it starts with a 30-minute cycle that dries the dirty water tank and all the pathways. Lastly, and another kudos to the Jimmy team, the battery is removable, which is something I always appreciate for 2 reasons. The first one, batteries die eventually. All batteries have a finite number of charge to start cycles. And usually with non-user serviceable machines, it's pretty hard and sometimes impossible to replace the battery. With a removable battery, it's very easy. You buy a new one, you just pop it in. But also, So if you have a larger house and you require more runtime, then you can buy a second or even a third battery and alternate between them. In theory, having infinite runtime rather than being limited by the limited runtime of the machine. The water tank is also on the base over here, which is another nice design decision because then you have a lower center of gravity of the machine, which makes it easier to maneuver. And speaking of maneuvering, this does not have self-propelled wheels, so the wheels themselves do not have a motor to propel it. However, it does a really great job utilizing the power from the rotating brushes to help maneuver it, and moving it around is extremely easy. More important than all the mumbo jumbo that I just blabbered, how does it perform? Well, let's find out in the cleaning test. So the first test is a dried out coffee stain. I poured some coffee on the floor and I let it dry over 12 hours. And as you can see from almost the first pass, it gets all the coffee out. When it comes to edge cleaning capabilities, it did an okay job at getting close to the edge, though keep in mind this is only one-sided, so it's only on the right side where it gets close to the edge, not on the left. Next up, the dried ketchup test, again dried out over 12 hours, and this is a very tough stain to remove. All wet and dry vacuums struggle to remove it and require multiple passes. However, the advantage here, as you can see, is that you can manually spray water. And as soon as I sprayed water on the mess, it suddenly became much easier to remove it. Still required multiple passes, but it was much faster removing it, spraying water manually on top of it than without the water spraying function. And this is, in my opinion, one of the key benefits and highlights of this machine, the ability to manually spray water on any huge mess. Now, you're more likely to encounter a fresh ketchup mess, and with the first pass, it gets all of that out, as you can see. Next up, milk and cereal, and absolutely no issues for the Jimmy. From the first pass, it sucks out all the milk and the cereal. Now, this is what the brush will look like after all these tests, and there's significant staining, as you can see from the ketchup. And this is all the dirty water that was accumulated in the dirty water tank. Over here, it collects the solid debris, which you can then empty in your dustbin, and then pour down all the dirty water that was collected. When all these tests were done, I put the machine back on the base to start the self-cleaning cycle. And as you can see, it sprays water from that water nozzle to start cleaning the brush rolls, which is different from how other wet and dry vacuums clean the brush roll. And this is what it looked like after the self-cleaning. So it was much better, but still there was a little bit of staining. So I think it did an okay job, but not a fantastic one at cleaning the brush roll. So I put the brush roll back and ran another cycle of self-cleaning. Here you can see all the water that's accumulating, and the brushes are turning in both directions to clean themselves out. And this is what the brush will look like after the second cleaning cycle. So better, but still there's some pigmentation from the ketchup. Now the effect could be magnified over here because the brush roll is white, whereas with a lot of the other wet and dry vacuums, it's a shade of gray. But this is the amount of water that was extracted from the brush rolls, and that is pretty impressive. Afterwards, back on the base to start the drying cycle, and as I said, it starts with a 30-minute cycle to dry the dirty water tank, and this is a bit loud at 50 decibels, but then for 2 hours, the noise is much less at around 43 or 44 decibels. And after the cycle is done, the brush was almost entirely dry. As you can see, there was absolutely no more water on it. Switching to the vacuum cleaner is very easy. All you have to do is press this button, detach, and then attach to the vacuum cleaner attachment. And I absolutely loved how easy it was to use the vacuum cleaner. The head pivots a lot, which is really nice. I love the fact that it has an LED light and it can get into tight spaces, which was really nice. My only complaint with the vacuum cleaner was that my carpet is a very high pile carpet, and the long fibers in that carpet kept triggering a jam in the vacuum cleaner somehow, and it kept shutting off. I did reach out to Jimmy, and they did say that they are working on another solution for high pile carpets, but unfortunately this meant I could not effectively or efficiently use it on my high pile carpet. Now, I was curious how good was that vacuum cleaner on that carpet, so I insisted on trying to make it work. Although it did shut down a couple of times, but I kept on vacuuming, and this is what came out of my carpet, which was vacuumed not too long ago. So while I was disappointed in how it handled high pile carpet, I was actually pretty impressed with the performance and the suction power of this vacuum. And as I mentioned in the introduction, it also comes with a bunch of other accessories. You've got the crevice tool, as you can see, which is nice, and it comes in handy to get into tight corners. You've got the upholstery attachment, and what I love is the big opening over here and the soft brushes, which means it will not scratch your surfaces. And lastly, a motorized head, which is the mattress cleaner, which you can use to clean your mattresses, but also your couches and other furniture. So here are my thoughts on the PW11 Pro Max from Jimmy. I think value for money, it's pretty decent what you get, considering a lot of the similar wet and dry vacuums cost around the same amount without you getting the same value you get with the Jimmy. Be it the unique features like the dual rollers or the manual spray or even drying the dry water tank, but more importantly, you also get a dedicated stick vacuum and the other accessories. I also like that maneuvering this is pretty easy, and I really like the manual water spray function, which in case of stubborn messes does make a difference. The drying is effective, albeit slightly on the longer side. I would have liked if it was less than 2 hours, but at least it's fairly silent throughout these 2 hours. And I love the fact that it actually dries the dirty water tank and the air pathways as well. Having said that, it's not a perfect machine. There are a couple of things that I wish were better, none of which are particularly deal breakers for me, but they might be for you. On the wet and dry mode, it has a single-sided edge cleaning, not a dual side. So on the one side of the brush does not get to the extremity. It would have been nice to have dual-sided edge cleaning. I love the fact that the stick vacuum has an LED light. Would have been nice if the wet and dry one also had an LED light. Definitely not a deal breaker, just a wish list of things. There's no particular anti-hair tangle implemented in the machine, so that would have been nice to have. And lastly, a small comment on the dirty water filter that's in the dirty water tank. This is secured to the main removable part by 2 rubber O-rings, which as a design isn't the best of designs. Sometimes when you're removing the top part, the O-rings slip and the filter stays in the dirty water tank, which means you have to manually remove it. Not a deal breaker, but worth mentioning, though I have talked to Jimmy about this and they are working on a better design implementation. And lastly, of course, on the carpet cleaning side, I would have loved if the machine was more capable of handling high pile carpets. But as I mentioned earlier, that's also something Jimmy's working on fixing moving forward, which is reassuring to know. That's it for me and the Jimmy PW11 Pro Max wet and dry vacuum cleaner. I will put links in the description to the product page of this machine. If you do decide to purchase, I would appreciate if you would go through these links. These are affiliate links. I may earn some commission on some purchases at absolutely no extra cost to you, but this will greatly help support the channel. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, and as always, consider subscribing to my channel, as this encourages me to continue producing content. Until next time, cheers.